Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, BJ Mambo. Well, we just started season 2. We're going to kick it off. What better way to kick it off than a slasher series? And that is Chucky. There he is. My introduction to Chucky is kind of like everyone else's. I think we all knew about Chucky, whether we saw the movies or not. Killer doll, red hair, not Chucky. Everyone knows Chucky. He's like Santa Claus. So I always knew Chucky, and I talked about this before in other videos. I wasn't really able to see R-rated movies. So maybe some horror movies. I don't think it even was a horror movie thing. It was just R-rated movies specifically. I couldn't see till I was like maybe 11-ish. Is when I was able to really like go out and buy them, and all these VHSs and stuff of Chucky's. I was probably like 11, 12-ish when I started buying all these. It's like the late 90s, I would say. So the only way I was able to see Chucky movies or anything is if they were on television, cable TV. In this case, I think, interestingly enough, because the series is going to be on Sci-Fi, I believe I saw the original 3 Chucky movies on the Sci-Fi channel. One thing with the Chucky series that I think makes it different from the Jasons and Michaels and Freddys is I really think it's the one series that is pretty consistently good. I mean, I know there's like weaker films in the series, like Seed of Chucky, people don't seem to like very much. Maybe the Child's Play remake, which I didn't really like that one very much. But like, there's still, I don't think there was necessarily a bad movie in this series, and that's what makes it, I think, a little more special than the other guys. Like Jason's, I feel like we can name a couple bad ones. Freddy, Michael, I think it's bad, like the fastest out of any of the slashers. But Chucky seems pretty consistent with the quality. Again, as good as it can be. I mean, again, this is a horror movie about a killer doll. I mean, you know, it's what are you gonna do? So that's one thing I do kind of think makes that series stand out. And plus, I like the way the series went and the franchise has been going and the directions it takes. It kind of jumped on different subgenres, went the comedic route a little bit, which is totally understandable. It's post-Scream. Things were very meta. I get Brad of Chucky and Steve of Chucky. I get the direction they took, and that's all good. And just the story behind it all. I love how Don Mancini, the creator, the writer, has written every film of the franchise, directed the last 3, created the new TV series that's coming out. Like, there's no other franchise or series that I don't think has done that. And again, just kind of makes Chucky its own special thing. And then with the characters, bringing back older characters like Christina Leese from Child's Play 2 is going to be in the series. Alex Vincent, who was brought back in Curse of Chucky, had a bigger part in Cult, and now is a part in the series. I think that's awesome, and I really think it is the only franchise, maybe even in cinema history, that kind of has a story like that, and a behind-the-scenes story like that. And it's pretty incredible, man, and good for them. When I do these series introduction videos, I try to have some form of somewhat interesting story involving the series or the band or the people, whoever it is. In this case, I have a story involving Alex Vincent, who played the original Andy Barclay in Child's Play 1 and 2, and now has been back in Curse, Cult, and now the TV show. So this goes about maybe 15 years ago. I was going to school in Orlando, Florida, and there's this horror convention that still goes there. I'll leave a link, called Spooky Empire. Awesome convention. I highly recommend it. But Alex Vincent was there that year, and I thought, oh man, yes. Kid from Chucky, this is awesome. We met him, we talked, got pictures, all that stuff. Super cool guy. I think at some point maybe message on MySpace, if you guys remember that, a little bit. During that weekend, I think we were there a whole weekend, and I don't know, I just remember messaging him, and there was back and forth and thinking that was like super cool, I'm like 19-year-old kid, like this is great, this is trippy. Cut to then about maybe a year later, maybe less, I want to say 2008-ish. I was still in Orlando, Florida. I went to school there. I went to the school called Full Sail University. So it was about 2008. I think I was about to graduate, and we're just sitting there bullshitting in the parking lot. I look up and look across. Here comes walking Alex Vincent. I said, oh shit. I stopped the conversation with my friends. I said, yo, Alex. He looked up. I started walking over. He kind of had a smirk on his face. I thought, he can't remember me. I mean, that was like a year ago. I was like, remember me. I go up and said hi, and then I realized why he was smirking is because I looked down and I totally had a Child's Play 2 shirt on. I'm like, son of a bitch, man. Super embarrassing. Probably looked like a stalker. Very ironic, you know, of all days wear that shirt. I'm like, Christ, it looked like a nut cup. But, so we laughed about it. He was obviously cool about it. I don't remember what was said, but I'm sure I brought up me wearing the shirt and how, you know, ridiculous that is. But then we started talking. I said, oh, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm starting school here. And I said, oh, that's awesome. He was going for music. I was graduating for film. Hey, man, you know, maybe I'll see you around campus, blah, blah, blah. You know, it went off. Maybe a couple weeks later, I was talking to some buddies. I thought, you know what? Alex Vincent is going to our school. He's in town. Let's try to get him to act in something before we graduate. Get out of here. That'd be awesome. So I wrote this quick little script, this bullshit little thriller about this serial killer being interrogated, and he had the cop's daughter or something like that. I really don't remember, but Alex Vincent was... I wrote him to play the serial killer. I showed the script to our producing teacher. He's like, yeah, okay, this is doable. And let me talk to the school and maybe we get some funding and do this little project. I said, let me reach out to Alex Vincent. Probably on MySpace, reach out to him, got him the script. He read the script. He liked the script. And he said, yeah, I'm interested in doing this. And we said, holy shit, man. Alex, this is classic, man. I mean, we got this horror icon that's going to star in our little short film that we're going to shoot, graduate, and like talk about a way to end, you know, your college years as film school with a cool little thing with that. Then things went a little bit sour. Producing teacher backed out. Funding never happened. I had to tell Alex Vincent, look, man, like we don't have funding. And it just kind of just crumbled apart. So not to be kind of a tease of a story, but in a way it was. But we were very close to having that happen, and that could have, story of my life, could have been awesome. And but even the fact that he read a script that I wrote and agreed, like even that was cool. But and I don't know how good the movie would have been anyway. But yeah, that was, and I think that was the last time I probably talked to him, and I haven't seen him in conventions at all. So yeah, if you're watching this, man, how you doing, dude? Now to wrap up this video, let's give a rundown of the series. Kind of like the other series we've done, pretty standard. You know, we'll go through each movie, review them, break them apart, and at the end, we'll rank them all. But here's where the little twist comes in. Again, I don't know if this is a good idea. I just thought maybe it was different and fun. If you guys are familiar with this channel, I do a lot of parody edits and spoofs and stuff like that, recut trailers and stuff like that. So what I thought could be interesting way to do this series would to each film of the series, we'll review them and then we'll do a spoof, some form of spoof. Now the spoof might come before the review of the movie. That might be kind of up in the air, but they will definitely come together. Hey now. So I don't know, is that a cool idea? Is that dumb? And I also thought if it sounds like a cool idea, maybe some of you guys could suggest some ideas. If you have some ideas, like, oh, this could be funny, you should try to spoof this on this movie, or maybe this or that, and then comment, and that could be kind of a fun YouTube collaboration thing, because again, I don't really have too many ideas for this. So yeah, I think that wraps up the video. If you guys made it this far, thank you so much. If you're a Chucky fan, if you like spoof stuff, parody stuff, definitely come back and check out some of these videos, and they're gonna be a lot of fun. Comment below if you have any ideas, if that sounds cool, if it sounds stupid, I want to know, even though I'll do it anyway. Well, I guess that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy.